Okay, welcome to the Instant Wrestling Report. On this edition, we're going to go over with our 2011 Tna Genesis Preview. I'm your host, J-Man.
Quad,
fist in the air. So we're going to start out going over. We have 8 matches for this card. We're going to start out with the Knockouts title, champion Madison Rayne versus Mickie James. For this match, I am going to side with Mickie James here. I think it's probably a good time to give her the title. I mean, she's been here since before Bound for Glory now, and they really want to focus on her. And once again, another WWE talent that they want to get over, and just like all the other guys.
I'm also going with Mickie James. She's a 5-time champion. They keep pushing her to be the win the title. She came out pretty much whenever she debuted on TNA. She pretty much said, "I'm coming after the title, no questions asked." So I'm going with Mickie James.
Okay, next one, we're going with this feud, which I know partner Quad here is going to have a little something to say about it. But recently, I think it was probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, something like that, that the Team 3D turned on each other. Ray, or Bully Ray now that he's known as, which is really dumb, but that he's now known as, turned on his former tag team partner, Brother Devon. And they finally have this match now that they've been building up for actually probably about a month and a half now. And I'm actually going to go with Bully Ray, as he's now known as. I just figure they're probably going to continue it, unfortunately. I mean,
Who cares? How many times can you do a match before it gets old? Really? Okay, you had one back in WWE, you probably had one back in ECW, you have one at TNA, you probably have another one at TNA, next Thursday night. Who gives a crap?
Yeah.
I don't. He doesn't. It's just a filler.
Yeah.
Put in some talent. Amazing Red. Use people that are there that know what they are doing.
Yeah.
Let's watch 2 fat guys fight. I'm pretty sure I could turn on Samoan wrestling or sumo wrestling, and we could have a better match than these 2 bonzos. Good God.
Thankfully, he's not Reverend Devon. That's the only thing that I'm happy about with.
That would be funny. Oh, my brother!
Yeah, that's all we're going to get to with that one. Moving on to actually something that's good. We're going to the X Division title, which this match actually has a really old school X Division feel, taking the Doug Williams, who just recently got into TNA this year, but more the X Division feel that we're used to, with the champion Jay Lethal taking it away from Robbie E. Thank God for that. Versus Fortune member Kaz. And basically, this whole entire thing with a lot of these title matches, which we're going to get to, a lot of it's revolving around Eric Bischoff and Ric Flair wanting, Fortune and Immortal to get the titles and to get it in their faction. And so it's, usually when they do this, TNA's done this before. Usually when they do this, it's a full out. They're all going to take the titles. They're all going to lose the titles. For this one, and you'll see with all the other title matches when it comes to that, I'm actually going to side against Fortune and against Immortal. I have a feeling they're probably going to lose them all. So I'm actually going to go with Jay Lethal here, and I probably imagine him probably having a pretty good title run, seeing how last time he had it, he actually had a pretty good title run too.
I'm going to go with Fortune member Kaz. I just see them giving him the title because he's been in a lot of title matches. He deserves the title. He's a very good wrestler. And also I see Immortal getting some of the titles, but not all of them.
Yeah. We're going to go on to now kind of an interesting one here, which is RVD versus a Immortal Mystery opponent. I mean, this really makes no sense in my opinion, but it could be a thing to where, and we really don't have a prediction for it because obviously we don't have somebody to go against it, so we really don't know. Could be a new guy they'll bring in. There's been talks that could be somebody from Jeff Hardy's past, maybe like a Gregory Helms or something like that. So it could be something like that. Either way, I mean, it's just kind of another stupid filler. I mean, it doesn't make any sense because you got guys like Samoa Joe and D'Angelo Gennaro that just tonight started something on Impact. Which, why can't we see that match? Why do we have to see some random thing where obviously RVD's probably going to win it? And I mean, we got, and that, I just had to throw that out there for my boy Ryan. There you go, buddy. Just for the Pope. Poop is pimping. There you go. MMA. We have an MMA exhibition now. This one just got...
my opinion on this RVD thing is I'm thinking it's either going to be Jeff Hardy or former WWE star that I don't know if it's been 90 days or not. Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Just one of those 2. I see the way they ended Impact tonight with Jeff Hardy coming out with the beatdown. I have a sneaky feeling it's going to be Jeff Hardy. Hopefully title belt's not on the line. But I just have a sneaky feeling it's going to be Jeff. And because Eric Bischoff kept saying, don't worry about Jeff. Focus on tonight.
Yeah.
Focus on tonight. And then Jeff came out with the beatdown. Kind of fishy.
Yeah. Which there's actually a lot of talks that they probably want to do RVD and Hardy for the title, so they'll have a big druggy fest, whatever.
Woo!
MMA MMA exhibition we're gonna have here. This once again got started, but I mean it kind of started, last month. But we got Kurt Angle versus Jeff Jarrett. This one to me just looks really fishy. It's gonna end with some sort of interference, some sort of stupid crap with Immortal once again. I somehow see probably Jeff Jarrett probably winning this match, even though obviously it looks like Kurt Angle should win it. But I see probably Jeff Jarrett getting help from somebody, Gunner and douchebag or whoever, Murphy, or I don't know who it is, but something like that. Probably.
I just see Kurt winning it. The way he hasn't been in the scene lately, he came out tonight, saved whoever he fought. Jarrett fought in his Double J, MI.
Yeah.
I just see Angle winning it. I see Angle coming back, hopefully, and then starting something up with either Jarrett or somebody else and bringing back Kurt Angle.
That is really good to see Kurt Angle back on pay-per-view. Thank God for that. TNA Tag Titles, this one should be a great one. After their 5-match series they had earlier in the year, we have the Motor City Machine Guns, the tag team champions now, that have actually had a pretty lengthy title run now, versus Beer Money. I'm really looking forward to this. I think we both are really looking forward to this. I have the Motor City Machine Guns retaining the titles here. Once again, going with the whole, probably Immortal losing all their title matches. So, and I think this should be a great match too.
I see Motor City Machine Guns also winning those. Just the way they've been flying with their titles, they've been having for a long, lengthy time, and Beer Money's been kind of going underneath the radar because they haven't been used lately, which is kind of not right. But I just see Motor City winning those, and the other one Immortal losing the titles.
Okay, moving on here to the TNA television title. Basically, the thing on this is the fact that if AJ loses to Doug Williams, the TV champion, he's going to be out of Fortune, out of Immortal. So I'm going to actually go with Doug Williams. I think what they're going to plan on doing here, probably moving into the future, is they're going to have AJ maybe leading a faction against Immortal, having, the big, the name, the TNA guy, the guy that, signifies TNA in whole. And I think it'd probably be a good call to maybe do that because I think he'd be a good leader for that faction.
I see AJ winning this, even though I've been picking...
Likes to go totally different than everything I do.
It's just the way AJ came out and beat down Doug, and then pretty much started working on his shoulder. AJ is one of the pretty much the best TNA wrestler as of today,
Forever.
And just the way he's been, like, Eric Bischoff's been mad at him. Eric Bischoff says you pretty much disgraced Fortune because you lost the title, then you lost this week. I just see AJ winning it and remaining in Fortune. So
basically putting out the gauntlet to the guy that never loses, never can always overcome something.
And he
like
also
that.
made a very good point to Rick of, did Rick win every match? No.
Exactly.
So you can't get mad about somebody losing.
Okay, moving on to the main event. This one's a very interesting one. Not having a world title in the main event, at least for what we have now, something screwy could happen eventually in the middle of it. But for the number one contender for the world title, this kind of been going on for a really long time now, ever since after Bound for Glory, when everything happened with Mr. Anderson, Jeff Hardy, and the downfall of that, and then bringing in Matt Morgan into the world title feud. We have Mr. Anderson versus Matt Morgan. And I'm actually going to go with Mr. Anderson here. I felt that Matt Morgan has gotten his chance now for the past 2 or 3 months now, and I just think it's Mr. Anderson's turn.
I see Anderson also winning this. Just because him and Hardy have always had that little feud. I don't know. It's kind of hard to imagine Matt Morgan as champion. He's a big dude. I'll give him that. He's a very good wrestler. I'll also give him that. But Anderson's very good on the mic.
Yeah.
Anderson has that little step over Morgan, because Morgan's kind of iffy on the mic.
He's getting a little bit better.
He's getting better, but he's still not up to Anderson.
Yeah.
Because Anderson knows what he's got all the fans behind him with the whole asshole thing, and then he's also been in the title hunt before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for joining us for the 2011 Tna Genesis Preview. Don't forget to go on over to the IWR show on the YouTube channel, and be sure to check out our first official YouTube video on the YouTube, which will be the Tna Genesis review. Thank you for joining us, and be sure to check that out this coming Sunday.
Bow.
This is a battleground!